AZU 59B. Quý vị giờ dùm xe. Point out to you. Owners of STR 200.
นะคะแล้วก็ขอกราบนมัสการเจ้าปู่พระคุณเจ้าเรามาจากวัดเพียงหัวนะคะแล้วก็อันนี้
Và chúng tôi xin lưu ý quý vị Phật tử Việt Nam.
In Southeast Asia, people wear Buddha or Sangha amulets on their necklaces for good luck, protection and inspiration for the Dharma practice. These amulets are often found underneath ancient ruins of temples and pagodas. Made from 108 types of flower pollens, they are mixed with special ingredients and blessed ceremoniously in the making process. The ancient amulets are considered to have very positive energies of love and compassion given to them by powerful spiritual vibrations of practicing beings over long periods of time. Some amulets can be very expensive in Thailand's markets. However, they are all priceless in spiritual value. Other inspirational future collectibles are brass coins of known monks. On November 5, 2006, Sunnataram Forest Monastery enshrined over 50,000 Buddha amulets of various print styles under the 19 standing international Buddha arches. To evidence the culture of our time for future archaeologists, international coins of current era are also buried therewith. Coins with embossed values and symbols of kings, queens, various logos, animals, together with numerical prints of varying years and occasions. The coins help future generations to identify various attributes of the contemporary or ancient existence.
Sau đó chương trình hành lễ sẽ được chính thức khai mạc trong vòng nửa tiếng đồng hồ nữa. Xin chân thành cảm ơn và thông báo cùng toàn thể quý vị.
សួស្តីបងប្អូនអស់លោកលោកស្រីពុទ្ធសាសនិកជនទាំងអស់ជាទីគោរពស្នេហា
Dawa kamza.
Vasa or pansa, depending on linguistic dialect, is a term used to measure a bhikkhu or bhikkhuni's seniority in Buddhism, a meditation skill determined by his or her practice in solitude during rain retreats. A rain retreat means a time for great reflections, a period of 3 months where monks and nuns cannot leave a perimeter of a governed ground, a period where he or she must find, meet, learn to forgive and understand the most important person within. In some monasteries, the Pansa period means that resident monks will be accompanied by other travelling monks from outside the monastery, some with great experiences in meditation, contemplation and wisdom, making the Pansa period a great time for exchange of knowledge, wisdom and reflections. After having spent a rain retreat in various conditions, some of the bhikkhu or bhikkhuni's robes have become ragged and torn from their days in rain, hail and shine. So after the Pansa, which is around October to November, the Buddhist lay community would organise an auspicious ceremony called Katina, where the lay people have the opportunity to offer new robes to the monks and nuns.
Theravada ceremony. And these days, Katina is celebrated as the biggest alms-giving event in the Buddhist calendar.
ขอกราบเรียนเชิญทุกท่านเลยนะคะมาที่ทางด้านประรำพิธีเพราะว่าในขณะนี้เราจะทำพิธีทอดผ้ากฐินก่อนนะคะขอความกรุณาให้มาทางด้านนี้เลยนะคะมาที่ประรำพิธีค่ะกราบเรียนเชิญทุกท่านเลยค่ะ
And visitors who are near the information tent, could you now come down to the amphitheater? We are about to start.
พิธีจะได้เริ่มแล้วนะคะขอความกรุณาท่านที่ยืนอยู่ตรงด้านตรงกลางนะคะเพราะว่าประธานผ้ากฐินนะคะจะเดินลงมานะคะเพราะฉะนั้นขอความกรุณานิดนึงให้ย้ายออกไปอยู่ข้างๆนะคะ
Historically, the Katina ceremony originated more than 2,500 years ago, when Lord Buddha presented a gift of robe cloth to uplift the morale of 30 bhikkhus who had wanted to but could not spend their rains retreat with the Buddha. Since that occasion, Katina has been an unbroken annual Theravada ceremony, and these days, Katina is celebrated as the biggest almsgiving event in the Buddha's calendar. Katina remembers how the Buddha placed great value on the interdependence of the Sangha and the lay community, and a Katina is one worthy symbol of that. The Katina robes and other requisites are presented to the Sangha community of at least 5 bhikkhus who had spent their rains retreat together. They then decide who amongst themselves best deserve and receive the Katina robes. Now, as Sunnataram witnesses the 2549th Buddhist era Katina, let us all rejoice in the great merits of the Katina. This year's Katina is particularly special, with Sunnataram Forest Monastery rejoicing with His Majesty the King, Bhumiporn's 60th coronation, as well as his upcoming 80th birthday celebration. So now, Thai Consulate Mr. Surapan Bunyatmanop is lighting the candle to pay respect to the Triple Gem, and then to His Majesty the King. Everyone was asked to rise for the procession.
would like to invite the host of the Katina Mike. And I would like to ask everyone to pay attention, please. And now, the Thai Consul General.
ขอพระสงฆ์จงรับผ้ากฐินกับทั้งบริวารนี้ของข้าพเจ้าทั้งหลายรับแล้วจงกรานกฐินด้วยผ้านี้เพื่อประโยชน์และความสุขแก่ข้าพเจ้าทั้งหลายเทิน Venerable Sirs, may we offer this katina cloth together with all of the other allowable requisites to the Sangha. Will the Venerable Sirs please accept this katina cloth together with all of the other allowable requisites, and on receipt of the cloth to make the katina robe with it for our lasting benefit and happiness.
ขอเชิญท่านกงสุลใหญ่นะคะถวายผ้าอันดับแรกเลยนะคะ Now we would like to invite the Consul General to offer the first robe, which is has been offered by the Sangaraja.
The other resident monks or the chief monk. Fifth, any new cloth that is brought to this temple will belong to the monk who holds the Katina robe. Also, with the successful completion of making of the Katina robe, the period of making new robes to extend for 4 months during the summer time. Idani ko abuso imang sapariwarang kadidadusang sangkasa kaditana rahakale yewa upanang idese.
The Katina robe cloth is a possession of the monk whose robe is old and torn, or to the monk who is diligent and clever and making a robe within the time span.
Now the Sangha of Sunnataram Monastery have decided to offer the main robe from the offered to us by the head monk of Thailand, Sangaraja, to Venerable Prakru Supattara Sarasopon, the abbot of Wat Khao Tien Pan Nakhon Sithamrat, who came to help us to build the pagoda. And the second robe from the Sri Lanka community offered to Venerable U Aditya, and the third robe of the princess พระองค์เจ้าสมสวรี to พระมิตรก็คณะสงฆ์ได้มีความเห็นชอบที่มอบผ้าไตรสมเด็จพระสังฆราชประทานต่อท่านพระครูสุภัตระสารโสพลเจ้าวัดวัดเขาเทียนป่าที่ได้มาจำพรรษาและช่วยศาสนกิจก่อสร้างพระมหาเจดีย์พร้อมทั้งได้เทศนาอบรมประชาชนให้ตั้งอยู่ในศีลในธรรมผ้าไตรที่สองของพระองค์เจ้าพระสมสวรีนั้นได้มอบถวายกับพระมิตรในฐานะที่ท่านเป็นผู้มีความกตัญญูเป็นแบบอย่างของกุลบุตรที่มีความกตัญญูต่อมารดาและได้ช่วยกันก่อสร้างพระเจดีย์มาตลอดผ้าไตรที่สามของคณะญาติโยมชาวศรีลังกามอบถวายต่อท่านอาจารย์อุติจักรอาทิตย์จักรซึ่งเป็นพระภิกษุชาวพม่าได้มาอยู่จำพรรษาและช่วยก่อสร้างพระเจดีย์อย่างต่อเนื่องขออนุโมทนาทุกคน
Venerable Chao Kun is offering on behalf of Sunnataram Forest Monastery some gifts for our venerable guest monks and nuns and bhikkhunis. We appreciate that they have taken time out to come and celebrate with us this Katina.
ช่วงหลังจากที่พระเดชพระคุณเจ้าทุกรูปนะคะได้มาเพื่อในการ รียบร้อยแล้วนะคะก็ท่านก็สามารถที่จะไปถวายพระเดชพระคุณเจ้าสเตจนั้นได้เลยนะคะแต่เป็น
May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true.
The pinnacle summit of the International Gratitude Pagoda is a crystal ball that will be placed at the very top of the steeple of the pagoda.
Oh, how far you are from home.
Representing enlightenment, it symbolizes our ultimate aspiration for nibbana or awakening. The Pinnacle Summit's base section has already been enshrined on the 1st of November 2006, along with many spiritual artifacts including a gold Buddha statue and 3 crystal balls 50 millimeters in diameter. These crystal balls were originally blessed and given to Pramana by the Most Venerable Prakru Vikram Samadhikun, the abbot of Wat Pratat Jonkiti. In mid-2006, the 3 crystal balls travelled all around Australia, stopping by many houses and shrines for people to perform chanting, meditation and dedicate their wishes into the crystals.
May it be the shadows call will fly.
Other artifacts include Buddha amulets, personal lockets and chains given by people on that day, and coins of current era.
When the night is overcome, you may rise to find the sun.
Là trụ trì của ngôi chùa A Vút tại Bangkok xin được lên diễn đàn để có đôi lời phát biểu. Xin được cung kính hòa thượng.
ขอกราบรัตนานิพนธ์พระเดชพระคุณเจ้าค่ะพระราชปริยัติวิมลวัดอาวุธวิกสิตาราม
เรียนท่านพระเถรานุเถระทุกท่านขอเจริญพรท่านสาธุชนทุกท่านขอแสดงความชื่นชมและอนุโมทนาในผลสำเร็จการสร้างพระเจดีย์กตัญญูที่เห็นประจักษ์แก่สายตาของท่านทั้งหลายไม่ว่าจะเป็นรูปแบบและความประณีตของลวดลายที่แกะสลักด้วยหินศิลาอันเป็นผลสำเร็จมาจากความจริงใจและจริงจังของคณะศรัทธาผู้ทำงานทั้งนั้นอาตมาภาพพระราชปริยัติวิมลเจ้าอาวาสวัดอาวุธวิกสิตารามกรุงเทพมหานครพระราชยานปรีชาวัดราชาธิวาสกรุงเทพมหานครได้อัญเชิญพระบรมสารีริกธาตุและพระอรันตธาตุซึ่งสมเด็จพระญาณสังวรสมเด็จพระสังฆราชสกลสังฆมหาปรินายกทรงประทานมาพร้อมกับผ้าไตรจีวรเพื่อสำหรับเป็นผ้ากฐินนำมาทอดถวายที่วัดนี้จึงขออนุโมทนาในกุศลเจตนาท ที่ท่านพุทธศาสนิกชนและสาธุชนทั้งหลายอันประกอบไปด้วยชาวไทยเวียดนามศรีลังกาลาวเขมรอินเดียมาเลเซียสิงคโปร์จีนและออสเตรเลียเป็นต้นที่ได้ร่วมสามัคคีธรรมประกอบกระทำการก่อสร้างถาวรวัตถุเชิดชูพระพุทธศาสนาให้มั่นคงที่ได้นามว่าเจดีย์กตัญญูบรรจุพระบรมสารีริกธาตุและอรหันตธาตุขององค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าตราบใดที่เจดีย์กตัญญูนี้ยังปรากฏก็จะประสบแต่รักชัยและเป็นสิริมงคลแก่สาธุชนผู้มาแต่จัตุรทิศทั้งสี่ที่ได้กราบไหว้บูชาเป็นเนืองนิจนิรันดร์ขอเจริญพร
Next is our Federal Member of Parliament for Gilmore, the Honourable Miss Joanna Gash, who has been a constant and great support to Sunnataram.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me say it is an honour for me to be here today. The Buddhist tradition has found its home in many cultures, both transforming and being transformed by each culture it has encountered. The tradition traces its origins to India in the 5th century before Christ, and the teacher Siddhartha Gautama, known of course as the Buddha, the Awakened One. His deep insight into human suffering, the causes of suffering, and the way out of suffering shaped a large body of teaching and practice that spread from India to China, Korea and Japan, and other parts of Southeast Asia. Here in Australia, Buddhism is acknowledged as perhaps the fastest growing religion in the country. So it is good news in that more Australians are benefiting from the world's most peaceful religion. My association with the monastery started in 1989 when I was a councillor with the Lokuttara Shire Council and chair of the council's Works and Town Planning Committee. In 1989 I stood with Pra Yantra and Elizabeth Gorski in a paddock overlooking the hills. I well remember them telling me they wanted to build a monastery and would I assist them with obtaining a development application. Thinking that would not be too hard to do, and in consideration of my affinity with the Buddhist philosophy, I set out to assist. Well, it was one problem after another, but the main reason was the community's fear of the unknown. And let's face it, here in Bundanoon, it was a bit different to see men in orange robes, walking the street, calling into people's homes, begging for food. Believe me, it was quite a cultural shock. This, together with their plans for a monastery, was almost impossible to comprehend by many of the locals. If you could visualise one very large chook shed, which is still over there, one set of toilets, and yes, one shower for 15 to 20 monks, it really did not come up to council standards. However, Pra Yantra, believing in the vision, motivated those around him to see the vision become a reality. And then came the big day of the opening, when I was given the honour of opening the monastery in front of thousands of visitors, dignitaries and local residents. Buddhism explains a purpose to life. It explains apparent injustice and inequality around the world, and it provides a code of practice or a way of life that leads to true happiness. The Buddhist path can be summed up as to lead a moral life, to be mindful and aware of thoughts and actions, and to develop wisdom and understanding. It is now some 16 years later that I stand here again today to witness this magnificent gratitude pagoda, the product of a long labour of love. The monks are now well-respected members of the community, much loved, and who give so freely of their time to assist those less fortunate. In fact, I know that the monastery has become a source of refuge and inspiration to many people, including myself and some of my staff who are here today. This place of contemplation and meditation will be sought out by many as I make that personal journey of awakening. In closing, may I assure Pramana of my ongoing support, both as a friend and as a member of the Australian Government. For all in whose heart dwells respect, follow the wisdom and compassion of the way. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
And now for the very hardworking and the organising chairperson of the Pagoda project, Mrs. Kim McSweeney.
Thank you so much to Joanna Gash, our Federal Member of Parliament, for her kind words and for her continuous support over the past 16 years since the foundation of Sunnataram Forest Monastery. We would also like to thank the Most Venerable Pra Raj Pariyat for his encouragement and inspiration from the beginning of the Gratitude Pagoda, as well as Venerable Pra Rajayana Prisha. They have travelled together from Thailand with Mr. Tondi Hansakunaron, who has previously gifted relics of the Buddha to Sunnataram Forest Monastery, and today presents holy Buddha relics on behalf of the Sangharaja of Thailand. Kun Lung Tondi has also kindly offered to donate Buddha relics to other pagodas in Australia, including Sri Lankan, Tibetan, Vietnamese. We are also very grateful to Most Venerable Thich Phuc Hue, head of the Vietnamese Sangha in Australia, and all the Vietnamese bhikkhus and bhikkhunis with us today, as well as Lama Geshe Dawa, Lama Chodron, and members of the Tibetan Sangha. Today we are all privileged to witness the historic event of the crowning of the Gratitude Pagoda. The crystal ball, which will be placed on top of the pinnacle in just a few moments, is a symbol of purity and of our quest for enlightenment. Over the past 4 years, we have watched this magnificent structure grow and develop, a symbol of our gratitude and devotion. We are grateful for the arising of a Buddha, for his teachings, the Dharma, and for the legacy carried on by his disciples, the Sangha. We are particularly grateful to our abbot, Venerable Pramana Viryarampo, for his inspiration in showing gratitude to his late mother, who was encouraged in the last months of her life gazing from her hospital window to the beautiful golden pagoda of Doi Satep. Indeed, the design for the Gratitude Pagoda is based on 3 pagodas in the north of Thailand, Wat Phra Doi Satep, Wat Phra Jomkiti, and Wat Pasak. The Gratitude Pagoda has a distinctly Australian character in the use of beautiful Bundanoon sandstone supplied by our local Bundanoon quarry. The theme of the Gratitude Pagoda is an international one, with the representation of stunning bronze Buddha statues cast in Thailand, depicting the Buddha from different countries or traditions, as well as the earlier enshrinement of the Tripitaka in 12 different languages. The Gratitude Pagoda has come to fruition through the amazing effort and faith shown by so many supporters, both Sangha and laypersons. A wonderful, tireless team of workers both in Australia and Thailand who have devoted a great part of their lives to the building of this exceptional monument. Many Thai craftsmen have contributed to the fantastic artwork, and we have all witnessed the work carried out each weekend by many volunteers helping the Sunnataram monks to carve, polish and nurture our beautiful pagoda. I would just like to add how fortunate we are to be rejoicing together at a time when Buddhism is enjoying such incredible growth in all Western countries. We are indeed all very privileged to be able to participate today in this historic ceremony for the Gratitude Pagoda at Bundanoon, Australia. Anumodana.
ก็จะได้ไปทานน้ำก็ดีนะคะเพราะว่านานแล้วนะคะก็จะมีผักดอกไม้น้ำนะคะ
Sometimes I feel like I'm a bird with broken wings. At times I dread by now and envy where I've been. 'Cause that's when quiet wisdom takes control. At least I've got a story no one's told. I finally learned to say, whatever will be, will be. I've learned to take the good, the bad, and breathe. 'Cause although we like to know our life's got planned, no one knows if shooting stars will land. These days it feels naive to put your faith in hope, to imitate a child falling backwards on the snow. 'Cause that's when fears will usually lead you blind. But now I try to underanalyze. I finally learned to say, whatever will be, will be. I learned to take the good, the bad, and breathe. 'Cause although we like to know our life's got planned, no one knows if shooting stars will land. Is the road I walk wearing thin? Is the life I love caving in? Is the weight of your mind a heavy blackbird caged inside? Say, whatever will be, will be. Take the good, the bad, just breathe. 'Cause although we like to know what life's got planned, no one knows if shooting stars will land. I finally learned to say, whatever will be, will be. I'll learn to take the good, the bad, and breathe. 'Cause although we like to know what life's got planned, things like that are never in your head. No one knows if shooting stars will land.
You could say I lost my faith in science and progress. You could say I lost my belief in the Holy Church. You could say I lost my sense of direction. Yes, you could say all of this and worse, but if I ever lose my faith in you, paper.